I'm Eric Stark. I'm going inside the huddle with Keith Schwaggart, who does a blog on Lancaster Online, covers the game each Friday night for us. It's the spot to be if you want to find out what's going on in high school football in the LL League. And his game of the week this week is Dallastown at Penn Manor, two teams that are undefeated, 2-0 in the year. Why did you pick the matchup?
Well, it was the best matchup of the week, in my opinion. Like you said, it's two undefeated teams going at it. It's a little early in the season to worry too much about that, but it seemed like it was a pretty good matchup. I looked at Cocalico at Governor Mifflin. That's another one that's two pretty good programs going at it. But I wanted to get a look at Penn Manor. They were my pick to win Section 1 to upset Wilson and win the Section 1 title. This will be my first opportunity to see them, and it's a pretty good matchup. So
keys to wins for Penn Manor. What's the key?
Well, I think Penn Manor, the first 2 weeks, Charlie Bell has been kind of like their workhorse on both sides of the ball. Really, he's a really good linebacker. Also a very good running back. He has 205 rushing yards, which is second on the team, but he also leads the team in receptions with 10. And he scored 2 touchdowns through the air. They have another good running back in Levonta Jones. He has 250 yards and 2 TDs on 29 carries. So they have a pretty good combo back there. Their quarterback is Tanner Arisman. He's new to varsity this year, but he doesn't really look it. He's 24-34, 272 yards and 2 touchdowns in his first 2 games. So they're not asking him to win games just yet. He's effective when he is throwing the ball. He appears to be running their option pretty well. But really, I think Jones and Bell are going to be the keys to their offense and getting them going. Because Dallastown, they have a pretty good defense. They've only given up 6 points in 2 weeks. So, they beat Lancaster Catholic 20-6 in week 1. Looked impressive at the time. Yeah. Lancaster Catholic might be heading for a little bit more of a down year than we thought they might be. But last week they beat West York 35-0. Again, 6 points in a shutout. That's a pretty good defensive output. Their offense is decent, though. They had 433 yards against West York last week. So, they can move the ball a little bit. So that's why I thought this was a pretty compelling matchup. It'll be interesting to see.
You're right. On paper, Dallastown looks like they're one of the better teams in York County. West York has a reputation of being very good. And we know what Lancaster Catholic is like, and that's 2 good wins. So I can see why you're picking this game. What's your pick? Who's going to win it?
Well, I'm leaning Penn Manor. Dallastown, like you said, West York's traditionally a pretty good team in York County. It looks like they're going to be a little down this year. They've been outscored 76-6 in their first 2 games.
Wow.
Now, Penn Manor, they beat up on Solanco, they're going to be. It looks like they're in for a struggle this year. And but last week they beat LS. Now LS is 0-2, but they're a pretty good team.
Right.
And that was a good game. It was 28-14. It was competitive most of the way. So they're kind of a little more battle tested, I would say, coming into this one. And like I said, they were my pick to dethrone Wilson in Section 1. I haven't seen anything to make me go back on that yet, so I'm sticking with them. Even though Wilson looks like they're pretty good this year, I just think Penn Manor's going to throw a real challenge into them, and I think they're going to win this week.